Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is TheBrokenMachine. This is a very nice gameplay I've got for you guys today. A 49-0 flawless gameplay. Technically flawless, but I do manage to get revived a few times in this game, so I only managed to go on a 23 kill streak, so not a 49 kill streak. Battle log, if you don't know, only counts kill streaks where you don't get revived. So as soon as you get revived, that's it. The kill streak is over according to the battle log system. So on the start of this game, we're going to push through the middle path. A lot of people don't go for the middle path. It's actually one of the best routes to take if you manage to get it straight off the start of the game. If you're starting late, don't go for the middle path. It can be very risky. So I'm pushing straight in, just looking around the areas. There's no enemies here. They've both, well, all the enemy team has pretty much gone to the left and to the right. They've left the middle completely open, and I'm going to seize that opportunity and take the flank. So we're pushing on the left here. I do manage to get that guy. This guy's shooting me there. I'm going to take him out with the help of my teammate. Get this third guy over here. I'm going to push straight into the MCOM. My teammates are all over it, so I don't need to go down there. So I'm just going to drop some C4 there, ready for anybody trying to defuse that. I'm going to push once again for the left side. I'm going to try and control the spawn area here. If you don't know, the enemy pretty much spawns from that area if you have the hold of this side of the map. And my objective here is to try and control this area and to control spawns and control the flow of the traffic. And to help me in that quest, I'm going to actually shut that door over there. If you shut that door there, a lot of people don't actually know is that you can shoot that red box with the flashing red light in the top corner. It'll actually open. A lot of people still don't know that. It's actually quite funny to see people standing there and having a fit over how the hell do they get through there. It's really funny to watch people going mental. But anyway, this section of the map is actually pretty slow. This section of the game even. I don't get many kills. A lot of the kills in this game are actually in the middle and final MCOMs. But it doesn't matter. It's not all about the kills. It's all about the win and controlling the game. So I'm just trying to keep the enemy at bay here by holding that doorway. You know, if they can't get through, they can't flank. Much harder to flank, sorry, they can still flank on the right side, but it doesn't matter. We've got both MCOMs. This is our MCOM now. We've got the situation under control. So I'm just going to push in this little doorway here, but I'm not going to go all the way in. Just push in the corner, peek in the corner and hit firing just in case anyone is there. That doorway is very similar to the Lankang doorway that I mentioned in my video criticizing level cap and bashing his ideas of map design and tactical gameplay, whatever that means. It's very similar in the sense that that doorway is more in favor of the defenders than the attackers, and you want to be pretty careful. You've got to be really tactical about whether you go through that doorway or maybe take a flank. And in this particular case, I decided to take the flank. There's no point in going through that doorway. I can see a ton of enemies on the minimap. Let's take the flank. You know, seize the opportunity. You know, don't mess about. Seize the opportunity. Get a nice little feed there. Spraying through the doorway just in case anyone else pokes their head. And we're going to keep pushing in and get some more enemies. In this particular section of the map, there's a little chair or something, maybe a box on the floor there. I always get stuck on that. Going back to FPS level design, I'd definitely get rid of that if it was up to me. I don't think it really adds anything to that particular section of the map. It annoys me, and I'm sure it's annoyed you at times. You know, rush around that corner, low health, and get stuck on some damn little thing on the floor. That guy, I have no idea how he didn't see me. Maybe I have no idea. Maybe he fell as a dead body. But anyway. So my teammates are pushing in on the MCOMs. I realise there's actually still a few enemies over here, so I'm going to take these out. I'm going to get rid of this spawn beacon over here. Just quick reload before I do that. Get a nice little kill before we move on our way. Good thing I like to do is when this spawn beacon's in, just let the guy drop in and kill them, because that'll add another, 10, 15, 20 seconds to the spawn time, and then that's one less teammate, one enemy teammate, sorry, that you have to deal with when you get to the next MCOMs or area. Anyway, we're going to push in here, take that guy out. If you don't know already, you should do. If you're too close to the enemy spawning rush, you actually show up on the minimap, and it actually makes flanking on this map quite difficult at times, because you do show up. I don't believe it works the opposite way. I think it's only for you only show up on the spawn of the attackers. I don't think you show up on the defenders. I should know that, but I don't think you do. But anyway, pushing in on the left side here. We got teammates planting in, so The enemies are pretty much only going to come up from that left side, straight down there like that guy there, and to the right in the middle section. The middle section is actually quite clear, so pretty much I know here that the enemies are only going to come through right there where I'm shooting there, and I shot that guy right there. So we've got too many teammates in this area. I really need to flank, so I'm just pushing up here. ADS in once again, just in case anyone's over there. Middle section looks pretty fine, so we're going to push up to the Bravo section of the map and see what's going on here. Now this room on the right, you really don't want to be in that room, because often someone will shoot the pipes above you and the flames will go all the way down and you'll get taken out and your teammates will get taken out. So my advice is try and control that middle area. Don't push into that Bravo section of that room. It's not really necessary. You know, there's a lot of choke points there. If you, like I did, just peeking over the counter of that canteen or whatever it is there, you know, you can control that map pretty easily. Now this section is actually where I get really cocky, and I kind of made a mistake. I was getting into the game. I was like, right, I'm on 22, 21 kills now. I'm not sure what it is. You know, I'm going for a big kill game. This is it. This is my chance. I'm going to go for it. And I decide, you know, I'm going to try and get this guy at the end. And he's sniping. Now, try not to deal with snipers. Like, my advice is, when you're in a situation where the sniper has a long corridor to look down, just ignore it, don't go for it. And unfortunately I do get shot there, but that kill was a little fishy. I'm pretty sure that I got shot around the corner there. If you watch it again, you'll see that it kind of jerks a little bit. There's a bit of lag there, I don't know, but the guy got me fair and square. Fair enough. If he got me on his screen, then fair play. So I'm actually going to try for the middle lane here. Well, the left side lane, sorry. A lot of players head glitch on those stairs down there, so you want to watch that. And there's a lot of grenades in this section, so I'd always advise not going this way if you can, because it can get a little tricky. You know, if you have to push this way, please do. But there's always the right side flank, and a lot of people forget about that. Something that I've actually noticed in this game is a lot of people get so concerned with like pushing and starting pushing on this left side that they forget there's like whole different routes on the right side that they can take. But anyway, this guy right here, I was pretty sure that would kill him. I was hoping for headshots there. A bit of suppression there, bouncing. My gun was bouncing around. I couldn't quite get that guy. Now, this section, going back to angles of attack and controlling the traffic. If you sit in this sort of side of the map, you can actually control where the enemy comes from pretty easily. So the enemies can only come from that doorway there, Bravo doorway, and right behind if they flank. And they can also drop in as well, right in the middle. But if you're all the way to the side, you can actually see them dropping in pretty easily. So you know, that's something to think about if you're in that area. I made a huge mistake there by pushing straight in, and that guy with the AK-5C took me out pretty quickly. These stairs, I actually really don't like being on these stairs. I don't mind coming down them, but going up them, it can be really tricky. So I always try and avoid these stairs if I can. There's always C4, and there's always people poking their heads out of that doorway to the right side flanks. So that's just my thing about those stairs. We've got Alpha MCOM planted now, so I'm just going to stay around this area. Unfortunately, I was hoping to just lay down there, but that box got in the damn way, so I was hoping to get away there, but unfortunately I died. That player is actually someone on my friends list. He actually took me out several times in this game, and he was complaining that how the hell did you get like a 49-0 when he clearly took me out several times in the game. But you know, that's the way it is. You get revived. You know, it may not be a perfect kill streak, perfect 49 kill streak, but it's still a good game, I think. These guys are on this little spot over here, and this is actually in my server, and I don't like glitches, but I'm a bit on the fence about this one. It's a bit of a grey area. It's kind of glitching out of the map, but it's not at the same time. It's both teams can get perfectly there, and both teams can shoot each other at the same angles. I know the railings are sort of glitched where you can't shoot through them, but you know, both sides can't shoot through them. So there's some kind of balance there, and it's, I don't know, it's a bit of an iffy area. I don't really think it's much of a glitch, to be honest. I have to be honest. but I do think they need to make it so you can shoot through the rails, and I think that would make it a little bit better. But anyway, we're taking the right side flank. Once again, I tend to prefer this side because if you go through the middle, you can often just get taken out by a ton of grenades, C4, and M320s and all that good stuff. So I tend to, you know, want to go this way. I'm going to plant C4 around the area. I'm losing my voice now. If you take this side, you have to be wary that there's actually very low visibility. If you can, as you can see here, enemy players tend to just like sort of blend in here. So you have to be careful there. If you got a scope like one of the infrared scopes, you can definitely kick some ass over on this side. So unfortunately, I get taken out there once again by my friend with the bulldog. One thing to note is that the enemies can come in from the right side here, but very rarely they actually do. I always notice that most enemies tend to go through the main routes, the middle route, and to the right. You know, a lot of players in this game, you know, if you try to understand traffic flow, most players, they go for the main routes, the main flag locations, and the MCOM locations, and the main buildings. You know, that's where most players are going to be. That's where most of the average players are going to be, and most of the bear players will actually flank around to the side. So you should always be wary of that. Often you will get good players going through the middle routes, but you know, good players, they tend to know that they can do a lot better, and they can help the team out a lot more by flanking around the sides and taking the often deserted routes. So anyway, we pushed right through here. I'm going to try and control this area of the map to try and help my team take out these MCOMs. I do actually prefer to be on this side because I can control the map a hell of a lot easier, and it's especially important in games where you're not with most of your friends. In this case, I did have a few friends in my squad, and there's one guy on the other team that I kept taking out, and he kept taking me out. But most of the time I do play like on my own or just with one or two guys. So it's this section you can actually look to the left and you can look to the right through the MCOM. It's pretty easy. And if it ever gets a little too crowded, a little too packed, you know, you can always take the flank. But the most important thing about this is that you can control the flow and the angles of attack. You know, the fewer angles of attack, the easier it is. So that area was getting a little packed, a little crowded, so I decided to push into the right. I actually really don't like being in this area. It's really quite a pain, so I tend to stick to the right side of this passage. If you stick in the middle, you often get shot and grenades and all that, so this right side is the best place to be. Once again, grenades are dropping in. It's getting a little crowded. Move out again. Check the corners. Enemies pushing into Alpha here, so we need to get these guys. You can see, I think the enemies have actually taken that left side. So, nice little 980 point streak there. We've got the MCOM. There's a guy pushing around here. I was actually a little confused. I was pretty sure I got that guy. That last shot didn't seem to register. So I only got a kill assist there, but I do get revived again. Excuse me, my voice is going once again. So, there's quite a few enemies over there, so I decided, you know, it's getting a little crowded once again. So we're gonna flank around the back. Let's have a quick look around here. Gonna push this left side. C4 and Claymore there. You gotta watch out for that, because if you trip the Claymore, you set off the C4 as well, and you get like a double explosive, huge explosive. So always watch out for those. We're going to push the left side. If you look at the mini-map, most of the enemies are in the middle section and to the right. Often you'll find a lot of people on the enemy team will actually camp and play around the Bravo MCOM, and they often leave this Alpha MCOM quite open, which is a really bad thing to do, because if they get this, you know, they're going to have an easy time flanking around. So my advice, if you're the defenders, push up here and make sure you get this MCOM under control, because once you get it, you know, you're going to have a tough time. You're going to constantly being pushed right back to your spawn. So that left side is pretty clear, so I'm going to push in once again. I'm not planting the objectives, because my role here in public games mainly is to try and help my team by flanking and getting all the, not necessarily going for kills, but getting a lot of kills to try and keep the enemy team at bay, because you never know what kind of teammates you're with, you know. Sometimes you're with the worst teammates, so if you can be that guy who flanks and gets a ton of kills, you know, it can really help your team out. So that's the kind of role I was playing here. We do manage to get that MCOM. The other teammates get the Bravo MCOM, quite surprisingly, very fast there. I was really surprised by that. I was expecting to have to push into Bravo and get a few more kills, but we managed to get that pretty quickly, ending the game with a few health points. So that's pretty much the game. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. Please share it if you don't mind. Drop me a like if you think it's worth it. And you know, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you all have a great day.